It's been announced in the last few hours that Danny Cipriani has been charged with common assault, larceny, resisting arrest, and assaulting a police officer whilst on a pre-season training camp with Gloucester on the island of Jersey in the Channel Islands. He's obviously recently got back into the England national side, into the Test side, and almost in parallels to Ben Stokes just getting found not guilty of a fray this week. This crops up. Danny Cipriani is no stranger to having issues with alcohol. It's been well known in Melbourne. He jumped across a bar and tried to steal bottles of vodka and was arrested for a public nuisance offence when he was playing for the Melbourne Rebels. When he was back in England, he got hit by a bus. And he also spent a fair few years out in the Test wilderness, about 8-9 years without an England call-up. So he's had his issues with alcohol, and his sort of playboy partying lifestyle has affected his career on the international stage. In the last 2 years, his club form has been really, really good. He earned his recall, rightfully so, to the Test side under Eddie Jones for the tour to South Africa. He played very well in that tour. He earned a move to Gloucester from Wasps and Sale. He's played at Sale and Wasps. He's earned a move to Gloucester. This is a pre-season tour. It's a training camp. And this doesn't look good. No, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty bad. The offences he's been charged with are very, very serious. He's also been remanded in custody, which is very, very serious, and he has a court date tomorrow morning. Now, the legal system in the Channel Islands is slightly different to mainland England and Wales, so they may have a different ranking on the levels of seriousness for an offence, but to be remanded in custody is quite serious in itself. The fact he's alleged and is charged with assaulting a police officer and resisting arrest is not good. 4 charges against an individual is not good. Now, whether he has to face trial in Jersey or he can come back to the UK and the trial be moved to a Crown Court in the UK, I don't know if that's possible. I'm not a legal expert when it comes to Channel Islands criminal law, but these are very, very serious charges. They're far more serious than the charges that Ben Stokes was facing for a fray. It's a level above, and this doesn't look good. And it is worrying because he's not the first rugby player to be charged with assault. He's not the first rugby player to have a drunken incident like this, and he won't be the last. And I come back again to looking at the culture of sports, both within domestic club teams and international teams, and dressing room culture and the culture around clubs and countries when it comes to alcohol, curfew, and when they're on downtime. Because, yes, these guys are also human beings as well, and yes, they are professional athletes, but they are also human beings. But at the same time, if you or I were to do something similar, we'll probably have the book thrown at us and face the consequences if found guilty. What happened in the Ben Stokes trial, which I'll do a video on another time, pretty close to the third test, whether he should or shouldn't play and whether he got off lightly, and it's a divisive topic with Ben Stokes, and I'm sure Danny Cipriani is going to be a divisive topic as well. He's been a very divisive character throughout his career, depending on how you look at it. He's been classed as a wasted talent, unfulfilling his potential. But in the last couple of years, he's really performed exceptionally well in domestic rugby, and he's also earned his recall to the Test side. So it'll be interesting to see what the RFU has to say on this, and what further information Gloucester Rugby also has to release on what happened, I think last night, I believe, or early hours this morning. It'll be very interesting to see what further statements are released by both club and country, and also be very, very interesting to hear what the magistrate in St Helier in Jersey also has to say on this when they release a statement to the press, which will probably be at some point tomorrow, because that's when he has his court hearing, probably to arrange bail and or any further court dates. But 4 charges against him, looking very, very serious. The Ben Stokes incident has already divided opinion among sports fans and journalists and sports experts and legal experts. There's a lot of divided opinion there. Had he been charged with assault, he probably would have been found guilty. A phrase, a harder offence to charge, well, to find guilty or not guilty is a harder offence to prosecute, should I say. That I do know. What Danny Cipriani's been charged with, assaulting a police officer and resisting arrest, probably not the best thing to have on his record. and with alcohol issues in the past and citations by different police forces around the world, probably not going to go in his favour. They will look at his record, they will look at his past misdeeds, and they will assess that during a magistrate's hearing because they'll have his full record in front of them. So we'll have to see what happens and go from there. But this is not looking good. I think this is going to be far more than just a fine or a suspended sentence. If he is found guilty, this could be jail time and lengthy jail time. But I'm going to leave that there. Place your thoughts below. Do you think this is his career really in the balance? Is he done? Or what do you think happens? Because I'm very interested to know. Do you think rugby still has this drink culture? This is pre-season. This is pre-season training. The season starts in a few weeks. Not a great way to ingratiate yourself with your new teammates, is it? But there we go. I'm going to leave that there. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Place your thoughts below. Try and keep them clean if you can. And I'll have some more videos for you very, very shortly.